Well, 2016 has come and gone. Do you know what that means? Welcome everybody to 2017. And with the start of a new year, it can only mean one little thing. Well, I guess it could mean multiple things. But it's the start of New Year's resolutions. Okay, so I lied. Here in Utah, it means two different things this year. Okay, so January 1st is New Year's Day. And it is on a Sunday this year. Usually, if anybody has ever been to Utah before, especially here in Utah County, here in Orem and Provo, this area, you will know that absolutely nothing really goes on here. There's not a car in sight outside of the ones that are parked in the parking lots around me in the apartment complexes. But I'd say a good chunk of the businesses that are here are closed. The only things that are here that are open here in Orem, at least, are gas stations, McDonald's, Walmart, Costco, and movie theaters. That's basically it. Everybody here pretty much goes to church every Sunday. I go to church. We're not going on until later on, if my wife starts to feel better. My wife is not feeling good right now. We made the announcements yesterday to the world that my wife and I are expecting a third child. We're excited about it. This will be our last child. I don't mean to sound like a prick about it, but I can guarantee you this will be our last child. Her and I have already planned on having a third child for a little while, but neither of us were ready for it to happen so fast. I'll be honest with you, we weren't expecting having a kid so soon. But because there is such a huge age gap between my oldest son Logan and our younger son Taylor, who is just a little over a year old. To be exact, they are 7 years and 5 days apart. Exactly. Excuse me. So we got two birthdays in our family that were celebrated within a week of each other. Both Logan's and Taylor's. They have birthdays only 5 days apart. You can hear Logan in the background. He's talking. He's happy. Well, I'm going to go ahead and pause recording real quick because I'm partially fulfilling my New Year's resolution, which I will talk about later on. I still want to talk about the baby and why we chose to have this as our last child. I'll talk to you later. Anyways, like I was saying, my wife and I are actually expecting our third child. And, Logan, put your seatbelt on. Sorry. Yeah, we were expecting a third child. We didn't expect to have a third child so soon. We're going to have a little baby girl. She's going to be our first daughter, due in May. By saying so soon, like I said a couple seconds ago, we weren't expecting to have a kid this soon because, well, there was a huge age gap between our first two kids, 7 years and 5 days, and our youngest one, our baby, a little baby boy, he's about 14, 15 months old almost right now, and by the time his sister is born, he won't even be 2 yet. That's how soon the baby is. That's how soon the baby will be here. But between the time our two sons were born, we struggled. First off, we struggled to get pregnant in the first place. When our second son was born, or by the time we found out about him, we were at that point where we had accepted the fact that Logan, our older boy, as you can hear in the background, could be our only child. We were saddened by it, but we had accepted that fact. So when we found out that our second child, when we found out my wife was actually pregnant with him, we were happy to finally have another baby in the family. And he's definitely a handful. He wants your attention and stuff like that. So yeah. And then so now with this little baby that we have, we weren't expecting to have a third child within 2 years of having the last child. So we're excited. But we had already planned, if we were to have a third kid, that would definitely be our last kid. So the choice is already made before we found out that we were pregnant again, that this would be our third child, and we're actually excited that this is going to be a girl. Caitlin had expressed before in the past that she is tired of being the only girl in the family. Because there's me, my 2 boys, and all the pets we've had before, except for our cats, have all been male for some reason. So yeah, she's excited that this is going to be a girl. She can have a little daughter, teach her how to put on makeup and all that jazz, stuff like that. Plus more things. For some reason, that's just the first thing in my mind. So yeah, we're excited about that. We're excited to express that news, and we're excited. I guess you could say we were both prepared and unprepared for it. You know. Anyways, so we're excited. Now, at the very beginning of today's vlog, I mentioned that whenever there's a New Year's Day, resolutions are a very popular thing. A few minutes later, I had stopped recording because I told you guys I was fulfilling one of the resolutions that I have for the year. Actually, all my resolutions tie into one resolution, and sure, it is kind of one of those like weight loss resolutions that everybody sets up for the new year. But I'm taking a slightly different approach to it right now. See, throughout the year, this year, what I want to do is each month set up a new goal for what I want to accomplish that month. For example, for the month of January, so starting today, starting at midnight last night, or this morning, I want to try to completely cut soda pop out of my diet for the month. I love soda. I love soda. One of my favorite things to drink, definitely. Excuse me. I guess you can say that Diet Dr. Pepper is my drug. That's always my go-to soda. And usually for breakfast, I like to drink a can of it, or I can drink it alongside with my breakfast. I actually kind of drink it more than I drink water, which is very bad. And this month, I want to try to focus on drinking less of that, and hopefully I can completely cut it out for at least a month to stay, and then maybe that will set a good. After the month of January is over, I'll probably drink Diet Dr. Pepper again. But the whole point of me not drinking it for this month is to hopefully have a long-term effects. Hopefully, I am hoping that by doing this, I am hoping that throughout the rest of my life, it helps me to drink less of it and focus more on drinking more water, which is something that my body needs. Everybody's body needs to drink more water, lots and lots of water. And the reason why I stopped recording earlier is because, hey, I'll be honest with you, I stopped through the drive-thru at McDonald's, but I got no breakfast from there. I actually ate some breakfast at home. I made some scrambled eggs for my kids. I made an egg sandwich for my brother, or not my brother, my son. My older son. I made some scrambled eggs for Taylor, my younger son. And I made an egg sandwich for myself. My wife was in bed asleep, so I fed the kids while she was still sleeping, make it easier for her. But I did not drink any soda to go with it. Instead, you okay, Logan? Instead, I replaced the soda pop with a bottle of water. And for this entire month, I plan on drinking water as my drink of choice. Cut out that much sugar, and hopefully this helps lead to weight loss somehow. I do not have a scale to weigh myself on. If there's a few stores that are open tomorrow being Monday, I will go ahead and weigh myself, and hopefully with using the scale, I can help keep track of how much weight I've lost or gained, and hopefully this will be for the better. And when I went through the drive-thru just now, I actually ordered no food, but I ordered a large water. And that's what I have to drink right now. See? You see the cup? It's just water. It's not Sprite. Don't worry, it's not carbonated. Oh, that's good stuff. I tell you what, though, after drinking so much soda pop in my life, especially the last couple, 2, 3, 4 years, maybe. Sorry, yeah. Excuse me. I guess as long as I admit to it that I guess you can say I have a drinking problem. I don't drink alcohol at all. I never even tasted alcohol in my life, but I guess you can say I have a drinking problem when it comes to soda pop. It's always either Diet Dr. Pepper or Diet Coke. And when given the choice between the two, I prefer Diet Dr. Pepper. So that is my goal for the month of January 2017. And throughout the week, I will keep you posted on how it's going so far. I will most likely just record like a huge video to post on the Saturdays, so that way I can still make one YouTube post a week at least. And yeah, sure, there will be a long post like this video is. And hopefully during the weekend I can actually post a few other videos, shorter videos that people will actually want to watch. But anyways, those are my goals for right now. If you want help with your New Year's resolution, ask your family and friends, tell them what your plan is, tell them what's up, all that stuff. And right now, you can, heck, even post down below in the comment section down below what your New Year's resolution is going to be. I'm just curious as to what everybody else is going to be doing this year for your New Year's resolution. All right, let's hear them. Post them down below in the comment section. Coming up here on the left. Sorry for the salty windows. This is all construction. This is all add-ons for the EMTC, which is right here. This is where the flagpoles used to be over here. Just right there. The MTC stands for Missionary Training Center. And here's the entrance. There's a security shack there now. And the sign isn't there. It's covered by trees now. Keeps on going. Look at all the trees. Look at all the snow. Look at that. But pretty much the rest of the building looks... The rest of the complex looks pretty much the same, actually, from when I went there. I was there in April 2003 to June 2003. All right, this is the Provo, Utah Temple. As you can see in the sign up there. It's right across the street from the MTC. Over there. Sorry, I hope I got that on film. I don't want to get out of the car. It's a little too cold up there. But yeah, this is the Provo Temple. I think it was built in the 1970s at some point. That spire at the top has a golden statue. It's the Angel Moroni. That's on top of the majority of the temples across the world. As a matter of fact, like I said, I was in the MTC from April 2003 until June 2003. The reason why I was there for 2 months is because I was going to Germany. So I had to go be there and learn a second language, or at least the basics of the language. When you get out to the field, you realize you didn't really learn much of the language until you're out there. Honestly, you see the statue there. I didn't know there was a statue right there. That's usually where a fountain is, and the spire where the gold Angel Moroni is. The Angel Moroni, that statue at the top, was put there when I was in the MTC after about a month. And originally the spire was like a kind of like a gold colored painted a gold color. That was also painted white when I was in the MTC. The reason why they painted it white was because it was kind of hard to see the spire during the summertime, because it kind of blended in with the mountains in the background. And now they actually built a second temple here in Provo. So let's go ahead and go over there right now. Now, the second Provo temple is actually called Provo City Center Temple, just because it's right in the downtown area of Provo. And I'm going to give you a little bit of history while we're going over there. And I believe the original structure, it was originally known as the Provo Tabernacle. I believe that there were some normal church meetings that were met there, along with the court of the choir here in the area, much like the Mormon Tabernacle Choir, but more more centralized here in Provo, I guess. Or Provo, I mean, if I didn't say that already. Excuse me. But, and I believe the structure was originally built, I don't have my notes on it. I think it was built in the 1880s at some time. The Provo Tabernacle was in operation for close to right around 120 years, I want to say. When in I think it was late 2009, early 2010, right around that time, an accidental fire was set ablaze. It was proven to be an accidental fire, not arson. They found the point was that the starting point of the fire was with electrical. It was an electrical fire, basically, a small electrical box that set the place on fire. And ironically, the interior was basically burned down. So the building was basically gutted by fire, but the exterior of it didn't have a whole lot of damage to it. Even the spires that were there before, you can look up old photos of it. You can look up Provo Tabernacle. Pretty cool building, actually. I remember seeing it when we first moved here. People were still using it, for church services and stuff like that. Sorry about that. My nose is really itchy right now. That's gross. I'm sorry. But they were still using it for church services until the until the fire actually burned the interior of it. And it's weird because the walls of the building were still pretty much intact. The exterior of it is brick and stuff, and wasn't quite sure. No one was really quite sure what the church was planning to do with it, including many of the members of that hold higher positions in the church. Didn't exactly know what was going on, or what the church was going to do with it. And I believe it was announced in October 2012, or I think I might be getting my dates wrong. You double check that, but I believe it was in October 2012 when they announced that they would be turning the old Provo Tabernacle into another temple, being the second temple within the same city limits as another temple in the world. There'll be the other two temples that are in the same city limits are also here in Utah and Jordan, like the West Jordan area. There's the Jordan River Temple and the Ochre Mountain Temple. Those two temples are in the same city limits there. That's the only set of temples, only other set of temples in the world that have, or that's the only other city in the world that has two temples in the same city. And Provo is the second city to have two temples. And there will be a third city, Lima, Peru. They're getting a second temple. It'll be the first temple outside of the United States to have two temples. Anyways, Provo City Center Temple was announced. Then they began construction on it almost immediately. They took the spires down, but they had them setting on the ground, just on the temple lawn. The construction was rather quick, if you could say, especially for building a new temple of that size. Not too big, not too small either. I guess kind of helped that the structure is still mostly intact and on stilts. But yeah, it's actually a magnificent building. They finished it, and I believe it was dedicated in March. It was dedicated in 2016. I believe right around March time. I did a video earlier about it, kind of like walking around the grounds with my in-laws and with my parents-in-law and my wife and my two kids at the time. We walked around temple grounds because my father-in-law is originally from Utah, And I think my mother-in-law actually spent some time here in Utah too. I'm not sure how much of her life she's lived in Utah, to tell you the truth. But I know my father-in-law was born and raised here in Utah, so he wanted to go see the Provo Tabernacle. And he was telling me that when it was still the Provo Tabernacle, he sang in the choirs that were there. So, anyways, we're pretty much here. If you want to watch the some more videos about it, you can look at my older video. And I'm just gonna do a quick drive-by real quick. I'm just gonna do a quick drive-by. I hope I get some film. Okay, so I stand corrected myself. As we were just driving by, well, on each temple they have a little placard that tells you when the temple was dedicated. And on this temple, on that same placard I mentioned, it said it was dedicated in 2016, but the construction for the original tabernacle was completed in 1898. So sorry, not 1880s, but 1898. That was the year that Wilford Woodruff had passed away. And the following president of the church, I believe it was Joseph Fielding Smith, became the president of the church. So yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry it's such a long video. I got a lot to talk about whenever I'm talking about things, especially when it comes to stuff like of historic value. And I'm sorry it took so long to explain everything. Anyways, I need your help to donate $1 a month to help contribute to these videos, making these videos. Of course, making the videos is free, but I need a little bit of help getting to go to other destinations to film. So please please help by donating $1 to www.patreon.com/ChrisSarai. Also, don't forget to follow me or follow my Facebook page on facebook.com/group/famous American stuff. Please keep negativity stuff to a minimum. I don't really want to see much of that because I'm trying to keep this YouTube channel to be a family-friendly channel and full of like good conversations we can talk about. If you have questions, I don't mind answering them to the best of my knowledge. I'm not saying I know everything. I never said that. I don't claim to know everything, but I do claim to know a lot about a lot of things. I might get my dates wrong. It's okay. But I usually give you, like, you know, it was built around this time, right around this. And if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But I like to be, if I get my dates wrong, I like to be corrected. You know what I mean? So, yeah, sorry. You can also follow me on Twitter at ChrisSarai. I tend to post my videos on there. And anyways, I'll go ahead and I'll talk to you guys later. And I hope you guys have a very good week. I might end up seeing you guys tomorrow and try to get get videos on here as daily as I possibly can, no matter how short or how long they are. And I hope you guys like my videos. I hope you guys comment them before, and I hope you guys share my videos. Get that there. We are at 88 subscribers now. I just got my 88th subscriber last night. Thank you to my cousin for that one, by the way. If you're watching this, Terence, thank you very much for that. And help you out by getting more subscribers as well too. You can actually follow him if you would like to. I'll provide a link down below in the description to his YouTube channel. He's actually just starting out with his YouTube channel. I got a little GoPro camera I'm sending out to him, but he plans on using it, a lot of it, and being able to post videos to his YouTube channel, mostly of his RC car stuff. He has 2 videos posted right now, both actually very cool. So go check him out. You got the link down below, but if you want to do it the hard way, look up Red, White, and Blued. Blued, like B-L-U-E-D. Look him up, subscribe to his channel. I think he's about 13, 14 subscribers. So yeah, look him up by the link down below, or looking up Red, White, and Blue. Anyways, peace out, y'all. Thanks for watching my videos. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.